So I purchased a loft space back in 2015, and I knew full well that it needed a renovation. So I'm actually a residential real estate agent here in Vancouver, and I've always had clients, ask me about, oh, do you know anybody that can help with renovations, that kind of stuff. And I had known Pip at LittleStar for some time, and some of my clients had used LittleStar, and so when it finally came time for me to do my own renovation, I naturally just thought of LittleStar. One thing I really like about LittleStar was that, I was introduced to Sam, sort of the project manager, and I could text him nonstop and annoy him and call him, and he'd get back to me. It wasn't a pain, even though he'd probably roll his eyes because I'm always checking in, but they always had updates for me. It wasn't like I was left in the dark about anything. So he always got back to me. He always said, yeah, we're on it, or I'll look into it for you, or fair enough, let's take a look at it. And things came up, and they addressed all of it, right? So that was important to me. So in terms of checking in on how things were going, it was more or less my fiance checking in with me on how things were going, and then me checking with LittleStar to see, what I could go back to her with in terms of timing. So
I think initially the timing was the biggest factor for us. I knew we would have to move out. I thought it was going to take not quite so long. And because we were kind of under stress at that time, we were relocated to North Van, and I was doing my master's and I was working full time. I had a lot of check-ins with Brooke. Like I felt, just wanted to kind of stay on top of how things were going, and the communication was amazing. I would ask him, can you send a text, find out by the end of the day, when blank will be finished. And so I think that's why he said he had to send a lot of texts, because I asked quite frequently, but they always got back to us right away, and it was always accurate. So yeah, I felt comfortable being in the loop. Like I felt like they were being honest with us, even if it was longer than we wanted it to take. I didn't feel like there was any sort of, it should take 2 days, but then took 2 weeks. Like it was very consistent. So
and
transparent.
Things that came up that delayed it made sense on why it would take more time.
Yeah.
Like we could have shortcutted it or gone a different way, but they didn't just go ahead and do that. They said, hey, you've got 2 options here.
I'd say it's 100% worth it, because during the trials and tribulations of actually being, out of our home and being relocated, is it going to be worth it? But when we move back in, I still on a daily basis, and I say this to Brooke all the time, I feel so grateful. And I look around and I'm kind of like, I live here. Mm-hmm. Like it's a totally different space. Like it feels completely different.
It's personalized now.
It's very personalized, yeah.
And it's a good process to go through as a couple.
I think so too, yeah.
The ups and downs of it all.
Yeah.
Relationship building.
It's relationship building, yeah. And
yes.
it allows you to be more flexible and just to roll with it, because that's how life is. So, yeah.
You learn some things about each other in the process.
Yeah.